very friendly bus driver. Your name, sorry?
I'm Rory.
Rory, very nice to meet you, Rory.
Very nice to meet you. What was your name?
Jim.
Jim.
It's on that card, mate. Have a look.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
look. Yeah,
All
good
right.
luck on you and out on your track.
Thank you very much, mate. Nice one. Bye.
See you in a bit.
Bye. Good morning. It's 9 o'clock on Thursday the 6th of August and here I am in Skipton. I'm just at the point by the statue of the famous Freddie Truman, who was from Skipton. I bet not many people knew that, but there's a beautiful statue of him. I don't remember actually seeing that before and I'm very pleased that it's there. But now I'm just at the junction where the canal has a spur that runs off to the castle, and I'm heading along the western edge and going towards Gargrave, and I've just seen a sign there telling me that Liverpool is now 98 miles and Gargrave, which is my destination for the day, is only 4.5, so that is relatively easy. I got off the bus, which was driven by a fantastic bloke called Rory, who was quite talkative when I got on at Gargrave. What a beautiful village Gargrave is, and I'm looking forward to having a walk around there. And I've got a friend actually called Eddie, who you may remember was the sign writer, who I met, I think it was at Gargrave, at the Five Rise Locks, and he lives in Gargrave, and tomorrow together we're going to Burnley, where there's a bit of an event on, and I'll tell you more about that later. And so it'll be very nice to meet him, and who knows, I might give him a ring later. There's a very nice pub that I've spotted in Gargrave. He might fancy a couple of beers, but we'll just see how we go. So I have had a relaxing day yesterday. The weather forecast was pretty awful, and in fairness I did the right thing to have a day off, because it was showers, heavy showers most of the day, and today was forecast to be an absolutely brilliant day, but there's still quite a few clouds in the sky, and the weekend forecast has changed from being like 24, 25 to thundery showers and lots of lightning, so it must be very difficult for them at this point to actually predict the weather, and you've just got to put up with it. And when you're in this hilly part of Yorkshire, it's to be expected. Just before I start, I'd just like to say a big thank you to a guy in America who lives in North Carolina, Robin England, who sent me an absolutely wonderful message overnight, just to tell you the story briefly, Robin was unfit, and he saw my videos in the very beginning, from the beginning of April, walking right around the country, and he was a regular correspondent, and I kind of coaxed him along to get himself fit, and he bought himself a Fitbit, and he's been out there in North Carolina really doing some serious walking. And he went to the doctor yesterday. He didn't tell me why he went to the doctor, but he went to the doctor, and the doctor commented that he's the fittest 66-year-old he's ever seen. And he sent me a letter to say, thank you very much indeed, Jim, for sort of encouraging me and pushing me along. He says, and I owe it all to you. Well, that got my heart. And Robin, I've seen lots of photographs. I'd love to meet you, but that's impossible. You're in the other side of the States, and I'm, up here. And he was wishing me luck when I go to Scotland, which I don't know when that's going to be. It all depends on Nicola Sturgeon. But it's just a pity, Robin, and this is to you personally, it's just a pity we couldn't walk together all the way back up to John O'Groats, and it would be lovely to walk with you, and I hope that might happen one day. So the best of luck to you. Thank you very much indeed. So, I didn't have any breakfast this morning. Morrison's is just round the corner. I was tempted, but I'm going to give it a miss because it's only 4.5 miles. I don't need a big breakfast to walk 4.5 miles on, but I'm feeling good. My legs feel great. I'm really up for it. I drove over there early this morning to Gargrave and caught the 8:20 bus back here, and I'm looking forward to this walk. So, now if my friend Ralph was here, the Welshman, he would say, here we go. Well, I'm just walking around Skipton, and I'm here exactly where all the canal boats are, and here's Rob and Kath, is that right?
Yeah.
Right. And so you were just telling me briefly that you're quite interested in walking the canal and sort of keeping fit and stuff. When you do that very often?
Every day.
Well, you can't get better than that, can you?
Well, most days anyway.
Yeah. Do you have a Fitbit and all that kind of thing to measure to how many steps you've done?
I measure the steps on my phone.
Oh, right.
MyPo, I think it is. So
yes.
We try to do the 10,000 a day.
Well, yes, that keeps you fit, doesn't it? I mean,
well, yeah.
I've said quite a few times on this. If you have a nice breakfast and do 10,000 steps, you walk it off plus, and you don't need to eat for the rest of the day. Basically,
Yeah.
that's how I've done
Well,
it.
we do it the other way around. We get up early and do the walk on the canal, and then we go home and have a breakfast.
Well, yes, whichever way. But nevertheless, the fact that you're doing 10,000 steps a day is commendable, and I've encouraged a lot of people to do that because it kind of motivates you as well, And but so you actually live in the area then?
Yeah,
we're about
6 miles. Yeah.
Right. Oh well, that's brilliant. Well, it's just a quick hello. It's very nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too, Jim.
I do like Yorkshire folk and people from Skipton. I'm actually considering moving here one day. I do like it that much because you've got everything. I mean, we do some serious walking. We can go to Malham, and you've got the Pennine Way and all that kind of stuff, and some stunning scenery at Grassington and that way.
We're about half a mile from the Pennine Way where we live.
Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too,
Lovely to
Jim.
say hello.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye now. Bye bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. just set off from Skipton and I've had a walk around the centre. I took my van up to up to Gargrave, as you know, this morning, and I've bumped into two lovely people, and it's David and Susan. Sorry, my short-term memory is awful. So you were just telling me that you actually live in Skipton and you've been married 51 years.
Yep. That's right, yeah.
That's fantastic. So I assume then that you like the place.
We do.
Yes.
You were born there though,
yeah.
I weren't.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Leeds.
From Leeds?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's...
Not far from Kirkslabby, isn't it?
Yes.
But
well, we were just saying about, you know, from Kirkslabby, when heading towards Skipton, the canal's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's not the industrial kind of thing. I mean, I've got one or two followers in America who I'm quite sure are thinking, why is he walking from two big industrial cities to another? You know, surely there must be something more scenic than that to do. But it's an absolute pleasure, every yard of it, isn't it? Yeah. And the people that you meet, and you know, bearing in mind that you're walking along something that was built in the 1770s, you know, it's quite incredible, and it's been an absolute joy, and I've met some lovely people. Yeah.
I can remember when these were all working mills.
Really?
When they loaded coal out of the barges and into the boiler house.
Yes. I mean, it's when I say unfortunate, I mean, this was finished in 1815, and it was only another sort of 20-25 years when there was the let's get it right, the hysterical sort of building of railways and like an immediate competition. But I mean, I've read all the books about this canal, and it didn't really make that much difference, really. I mean, it was still open until what year did it? What did it?
I can't remember. But once the railways come along, the canals were more or less obsolete then.
Well, I think it says that the winter of 1962-3 kind of thing more or less did for it, because it was like frozen over for about.
It did. I can remember walking
3 months, and it really was frozen over, and I think that was its death knell, really. Yeah. But anyway, it's just a quick hello. I mean, it's an absolutely gorgeous morning. What are you doing for the rest of the day then? You got any plans?
Walking and gardening.
Walking and gardening.
We've just been walking. Yeah, just done 5 miles.
5 miles. Have you really? Yeah. You do that more or less every day, because you both look dead
morning.
fit.
3 to 5 miles every day.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. Well, thank you very much indeed. It's lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye now.
Can I shake your hand now? Thank you.
Well, yes.
You're not
that's
allowed.
it.
You're not allowed.
Well, I've succumbed to temptation. As I got to the swing bridge, which I showed you a few minutes ago, the road leads directly to the junction where Morrison's supermarket is just across the road, and I couldn't resist stopping here for a very good reason. And the reason is that Morrison's have made all of their breakfasts half price. So I can't resist that. So you'll see the breakfast in a minute when they bring it along. But there's the receipt, as you can see. And I hope you can see the figures on there. But it's £2.13 for a big breakfast. You can't go wrong at that. I can't resist it. So what's not to like about a big breakfast for £2.13? And this is in every Morrison's throughout the UK. So get yourself down there. I couldn't resist a Morrison's breakfast for £2.13, and now I'm going to be off like a robber's dog. Come on, I'll say hello to you. Come on then. Come on then. Are you coming? Are you coming to see me? Are you coming to see me? You're beautiful, aren't you? Oh, you're gorgeous. Isn't he lovely? Well, this is Paul, Julie and Ollie, who's sitting here, who are just having a cup of tea and relaxing, and they've hired a boat here, from Silsden Boats, who you may remember I was talking to Steve, the owner, a couple of days ago. So how have you found it, Paul?
Good fun, Jim.
Yep.
Good fun. A bit tricky trying to navigate the canal in such a big boat, but we're enjoying it.
Good.
Cheers.
Good. You sound as if you're from the northeast.
Yeah, northeast of England. Place called Billingham, not far from Middlesbrough.
Oh, Billingham. I would have said Darlingtonish, so yeah, I wasn't so
Not
far off.
Not far, 15 mile away roughly.
Yes, yes. Yes, well, I walked up past Hartlepool and that way when I was set off on my journey up the east coast, all the way up to Berwick-on-Tweed, and so I was very impressed with the way they've sorted out Hartlepool. I don't know if you go there very often.
Yeah, the marine's been transformed. Had a few pounds spent on it, and it's looking okay now.
It does look good. And how have you found it? Have you been opening the swing bridges and things like that?
We've been doing the swing bridges, myself and Holly.
They can be a bit of a faff though. Yeah.
Some of them are a little bit tricky, hard to push out the hull.
Yes.
A few bruises on the way.
Yes.
But we've managed.
Oh, well,
enjoyed
that's good.
doing the locks as well. Cause it's
What about you, Ollie? Has it been a nice adventure for you?
Yeah.
It's something you'll always remember for the rest of your life, won't you? And it's good for a bit of a geography lesson as well, you know, where different places are and how nice that places can be. You know, it's really nice. Have you found any friends to talk to or anything like that on the way?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, you're the duck person, are you? I like a lot of the dogs that come along. They're nice, aren't they? They're very, very sort of lovable. You know, I've always liked dogs. Well, look, it's been a pleasure meeting you, and I hope you enjoy it. How long have you got left then?
Boat goes back on Friday, Jim.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Okay.
Well, good luck on your journey to Liverpool. I hope the knees free up a bit for you.
Well, they are. Well, thank you, but they are getting better. I'm still nowhere near the fitness that I was. I was down to 11 stone wearing size 30 jeans. In actual fact, these are. So I haven't really put that much on, but you know, I don't mind a few beers and a few big breakfasts because I always walk it off. You know what I mean? But it's been a great adventure, and I've met some lovely people. So the very best of luck to you. And
Thank you, and to
thank you very
Jim.
much. Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Now here's a family enjoying it. Look at the leisure here. Look at this, sat having something to eat, doing a bit of fishing, catching some supper and all that kind of stuff. That's
Fine,
absolutely brilliant. So have you enjoyed your week's holiday?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay. What your name is? Sorry.
Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Nikki.
Hugo. Right. Well, I hope you enjoy it all. I mean, it's a fantastic experience. I guess you'll want to do it again someday.
I say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's wonderful.
All in.
No answer from that one.
Where are you all from?
Newcastle.
From Newcastle. It's surprising how many people from the northeast.
Yeah.
And, that's wonderful. Well, have a good day. And
You too.
Yeah, you too.
Good luck.
are you caught anything yet?
One. Just one.
Little perch, was it?
I couldn't tell you.
There's some crayfish in here that you can catch quite easily.
Morning.
And apparently they kill the small fish, so if you catch one, you're told not to put it back in. You know, they're trying to get rid of them if they can. They've been imported, and I don't know why, but it's a bit ridiculous.
All right.
Yeah. All right, mate. Is it shallow? Oh, tea. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. So this is the first lock for 17 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in Bingley.
Yeah. in then. You may as well.
It's narrow, this one though, isn't it? We'll try. Pull it back, go. Oh, it's going in that side. It's going in the other side, Nick, just stay on.
Leeds. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't film her, she's not sick.
1-6.
Alright, okay.
Do you want to be across the bridge?
You want to?
Do you need to be across?
Oh, no, I'm alright.
See you later.
Hey-ho!
Enjoy your journey.
Same to you, mate.
Very close to you.
Well, this is Dan, and here we are. Is it Ested Road Rock, I think we're on now?
It is, yeah.
And that's the campsite on the other side. I've got vivid memories of this in 2017 when my 98-year-old father-in-law took the wheel and took us through there.
Yeah.
And everything. And I can remember that. And he was completely unnerved by it, and he did it as cool as a cucumber, and it was quite amazing. Really.
Yeah.
So what was your name again? Sorry, Dan.
My name's Dan.
Dan. What are you doing then, Dan? What's going on here?
We're paddleboarding.
Paddleboarding?
Yeah, we got into paddleboarding a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And just been, every time we get a chance to have a couple of days away, just take the paddleboards out on either a loch in Scotland, the canals if you're in the middle of the country, or we're from Cleethorpes, so we're on the coast, so sometimes we just go in the Humber.
I live in Grimsby.
You live in Grimsby?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where we're from?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. There you go.
Yeah,
Small world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm saying I haven't lived there for well, I've been there and back now and again, but I've walked right around Britain 4,300 miles, and
Really?
I was going up to I went up to Gretna Green to walk up to John O'Groats, and the police stopped me and said that Nicola Sturgeon doesn't like the English.
Yeah.
So I'd come back and so I'm just doing this really to get my knees moving again, because during lockdown sort of seized up, you know.
Yeah.
And I just need to do something. If I wait any longer, I'm going to lose what I've got.
We were just going stir crazy sight at home, so we said, what's the harm?
Yeah.
Come out, enjoy a bit of the countryside and go paddleboarding. We've been on the Pennine Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and the weather's perfect for it.
So,
not too hot.
What happens then? You just blow this up and it's
We blow this up and it goes rigid, more like a surfboard.
Yes.
It's got no flexibility in it, so it's a stand-up paddleboard.
Yes.
And yeah.
And you just
stand up with the paddle there, and you can just paddle your way up and down.
And of course, it'd be pretty lightweight. I mean, when you get to the locks, you just pull it out and walk round.
Pick it up, go over the lock, and carry on.
What a fantastic idea!
Yeah.
And so you're going to from here to
Skipton's
about 4.5, 5 miles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you do? Do you just go along more or less at walking speed then?
Yeah, so it's a little bit quicker than walking speed. It's quite good because you're not, unlike canoeing where you're low down, because you're stood up.
Yeah.
You can see over a lot of the embankments,
right?
And you can sort of hop on and off without too much issue. So
what a good idea!
And that's why we got into it.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
that's
brilliant. Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you. That's really unusual. It's pity you. Oh, she's back. Let me just tell you, I'm from Grimsby. Would that frighten you to death?
Would it actually? Are you actually?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. No, it wouldn't frighten me to death.
And I haven't seen you when I've been for a walk, down to Tetney Lock. I haven't seen you out there or anything like that doing it.
We live near Tetney Lock, actually.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What do you do with the dog then?
So she's only 6 months, so she's quite new to it. But she just sits on the front. She quite likes it. She's been in a few times.
Yes.
But yeah, no, she just sits and watches the world go by. She quite likes it. So.
Well, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanted to get her used to it young. So.
Have you got a little camera on your head and all this?
No, we got one for the front, but we haven't actually brought one with us this time.
Oh right.
But yeah, she's been on the Ancombe.
Right.
So this is her first proper trip, really.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
How unusual meeting somebody from Cleethorpes or Grimsby or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm from Hull originally.
Are you really?
Yeah. I mean, what did for me was when I started the walk from Grimsby, you go to Cleethorpes and you can see this Fern Point across the river, which is about 2 miles away.
Yeah.
It was 61 miles round to that. 61 miles.
Really?
It was 4 days of hard walking to get that.
Yeah.
And then that was the only time then I could start walking north, and I walked right up to Berwick-on-Tweed from there. Brilliant. But yeah, that was like April 2018. But I was back in Grimsby again for 6 months for a winter break.
Yeah.
And so now I'm back on the road again.
Brilliant. Will you enjoy it?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, have a safe trip.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, bye now.
Cheers.
Bye, love. Thank you.
See ya.
Okay, bye-bye.